Hello, how are you? I'm doing okay. My name is Cricket, otherwise known as Chow Yun Smut, and this is the Corner Booth. This is your online equivalent of your favorite late night eatery during bar rush in the Corner Booth. We talk about anything and everything here, except interchannel drama and politics. Everything else is fair game, from pop culture to poop knives. Here we are, and I'm just going to babble for a while I wait for the notification to go out and people start arriving in the chat, if they're going to. This is the second time in a row that I've gone on a couple hours late. My bad. I was out in the wild today, so when the question is asked, what has two thumbs and was out in the wild all day? This guy. Hey, Bilf, good to see ya. I was hanging out with Rocket Out for Life, Kim D. Hi. And yeah, we hung out today. We got work done. I got to see the uh the products that were in that Gaylord palette of adult toys that that she has, and help her kind of organize things in her office so she's better prepared to send them on to new homes. Hello, Heather Mack. Good to see you. Um, and I got to meet all of her kitty cats and a significant portion of her family, which is pretty rad. I got to meet her daughter and her grandson and her nephew, and all of them were lovely. And about 2 minutes after I walked in the house, one of her felines stood up and put his paws on my tummy because he was asking for uppies. I I had no choice. What do you do when a cat asks you for uppies? You give the cat uppies. You pick that cat up and you snuggle with it. And I did. Hello, Sergeant Fanny Cake. Good to see you. Um, so yeah, I got to meet all of the kitties. I got to meet uh Cheese and Mac and Captain Jack and Zazzy. And Zazzy is more than a heckin' chonker. Zazzy is more than an absolute unit. Zazzy is, oh Lord, she coming. Mac and Cheese are both they're litter mates. They're brothers. And they have some of the same mannerisms, but whereas Cheese is your typical orange, empty head, zero thoughts, um Mac has definitely got some Maine Coon in there. He's got the massive murder mittens. He's got the fur between the toesies and a little bit of a mane and quite a face. And they were all delightful. Oh, I have a photo of Mac. I took a photo of Mac because the eyes, I just was transfixed. Would you look at that handsome creature? How beautiful is he? He is just stunning. Just stunning. Heather Mack, you sent me an email and it was grabbed by the mailer demon. That's because I have to re-up my Google One account. Otherwise, I won't be able to use the damn thing. Char Michael, I'm pretty sure I was channeling you all day today. Because hey, Riley's human, good to see you. As I was uh assisting Kim with all of her uh various products, shall we say, adult products. Um, she pulled out the charcuterie board or the charcuterie board, as twere, and showed it to me. And there it is in all its glory. Even comes with a little ribbon. Um, and that is the tamest of all of the products that I can show you. But it was a whole lot of me just looking at things and going, penis, penis. Oh, penis. There is a lot of penis. A lot of penis. Um, there was a silicone butt that I spanked. She has a stack of 3 boxes of boobs, which, hey, right on. It was just really a fascinating day, but we got a whole bunch of stuff done and we reorganized her office and we got things up on tables and we went and got a food and we hung out. Cricket possessed by mailer demon after helping associate distribute onanism accessories through post. Yes. Yes. It's just what happens, guys. Ready for the nuts and the meats. That's right. Yeah, that if you don't present that charcuterie board and say, "We have the meat," there's something wrong with you. Um it's fucking hilarious, honestly. Um but yeah, we went out, we got a food, we went back to her place, we hung out. I was set upon by all 4 kitties, and they were all delightful. Captain Jack, uh, he bathed my hand, and Zazzy bathed my other hand. So I have been well and truly washed, and I'm covered in cat hair, and Jelly Bean is not pleased at all. He knew I'd been cheating on him. He just knew it. And I got sniffed and sniffed and sniffed. He came over and hopped on the arm of the couch as soon as I got in the door, and the sniffing began. And then he stood up on his back legs, and I had to bend down so he could sniff the top of my head and my hair and everything else. I mean, he was investigating, and he's still investigating, and he's not in here. So he's pretty much had it with me. He's mad. He's mad that I was unfaithful and I was petting other kitties. But they were really delightful. They were just lovely, and I was happy to have met them. Kim's whole family is lovely. Hello, shut up, Matt. I'm glad you're here. Um, I was glad to have met all of them. We had a lovely day. We had some great conversations, and after the events that occurred earlier today in Michigan, it was good to have the kind of really good conversations that we were having, um, and just talking about it. And I don't know if anybody's aware of what happened in Michigan today, but it was not good. It was really not good. And of course, everybody's losing their minds over it. Um, and politicizing it and everything else. It it's it's not that, well, for right now, we don't know that it's that deep. We All we know right now is that a 40-year-old Marine veteran drove his car into the front his truck into the front doors of a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And then he got out, started firing his pew pew, and then lit the place on fire. That's what we know right now. We know who he is. We know that the cops gunned him down. Hey, Brian Webb. Nice of you to make it. I'm glad you're here. I don't watch. Is it appropriate to share? I don't know what you don't watch. Are you a voyeur? Ow. These muscle make hurt. Ouch. But yeah, it was a rough day. It was a rough day in Michigan today. And this is the day after the current prophet of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints passed away at 101 years old. Sergeant Fanny Cake, scary that I knew which latest topic you meant. Yeah. Yeah. It's difficult. It's really difficult. And especially for Kim, because she's Exmo and has been busy over the last few years really trying to get into the life of being out of the church and breaking taboos that she's lived under for most of her life. And this kind of thing is freaking scary. Scary for her, certainly. Because as she said, we were talking about it and they said that the this particular meeting house is there are 3 different, did she say there were 3 different wards that go there? That attend there? It will be interesting to see who the new prophet is, and General Conference is next week. Last time it took quite some time to install the new prophet, but there is speculation as to whether or not they're going to fast track this one so that they have one in place in time for General Conference. I'm really anxious to hear what Jordan and McKay have to say about this over at the channel Virtual Virtue, because I love them and I really respect what they have to say. I know that whatever John DeLynn has to say, it's probably going to be good, but it's also going to take 7 hours to say it. So I don't know. But yeah, today has been, it's been difficult, and she told me about it when I got in the car when she came to pick me up earlier. But I think it also helps to have the kind of discussions that we had today, but also have the kind of good day that we had today, because we really did have a good day. And we had a productive day, and we did a lot of laughing. And we had delicious food, and it was productive. So I think being able to focus on something rather than doom scrolling was probably really good for her brain meats, certainly. Um, and it was definitely good for my brain meats as well. We know that at the last update that I saw, there are 5 people who are dead and 18 more who are injured. I am not a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I am not, nor have I ever been. Um, but Kim used to be. She's like I said, she's Exmo, and she was raised in it, and it's gotta be difficult being her right now. It's frightening because, as she said, not only was this a big, uh, church or temple or one news report called it a meeting house. I don't know the proper nomenclature. I thought it was the Quakers who had meeting houses. Um, but the fact that this happened the day after the prophet died, she said that, I mean, even a part of her would have been kind of considering going and attending. Um, and that church was probably jam packed, not only because it serves such a wide area, but because it's the day after the passing of the prophet. And so she feels like a lot of people who wouldn't normally attend services were there. And it's a few Exmos too. Yep. So yeah, it's we live in scary times, folks. We just do. So I'm glad that we were able to hang out and connect and get things done and have a good day. Um, because the temptation to just sit and doom scroll and refresh, 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 waiting for any kind of updates. Um, and the press conferences were useless because they're asking these questions, and all the people could say was that's a part of the ongoing investigation. So they wouldn't really say anything. Good morning, Brian Lucas. Good to see you. Um, yeah, it's I don't know. And then apparently there was an incident in North Carolina last night, and I didn't even hear about that one. But shit's scary out there right now, y'all. It really is. And I think all we can do is just continue trying to live our best lives and do the best we can to follow the basic golden rule, which is don't be a dick. Um Connect with people when you can. Hang out with people when you can. Make reasons to hang out with people. Ah, Brian Lucas, you were baptized in the LDS church in boot camp. Been around it a big part of my life. Okay. All right. You're not one. You got baptized because of boot camp, not because you were a believer. Oh, interesting. I'm fairly certain there's a story behind that, and I would be interested in knowing it. Why did boot camp cause you to be baptized into the LDS church? I have questions. I'm full on EDB right now. I have questions. And it's also none of my business. So if you don't feel like answering my questions, you don't have to. No pressure. Um, Brian Webb knows quite a bit about Mormon beliefs on the afterlife, etc. As do I. I've learned a lot from Jordan and McKay for sure. Sergeant Fanny Cake says, you say live your best lives, and I get a Pepsi ad immediately. Wow. Dang. Because I wouldn't be into that at all. I don't like Pepsi. Um, it is good if you're having heat stroke though, which is a random thing that I learned many years ago. How awful for Kim because she may know people. I don't know if she knows anybody in uh the Detroit area. I don't know, but it's awful for Kim anyway. Um and we're really just kind of waiting for more information to see what pans out. All we know about the guy is that apparently he lived in kind of a camper sort of situation. Um he had a big old truck. He was seen by people as being the salt of the earth. He was an avid hunter and fisherman. Um, I think he was a fisherman. I know he was a hunter. And he's a Marine veteran. And that's all I know. That's all any of us really knows about him, other than his name, which I have completely forgotten at this point. I do that on purpose. Honestly, I don't want to make these people more famous than they are, than they have already made themselves. Um, Brian says, basically, I wanted to get away from my recruit division. So I went to church one Sunday morning, went to the LDS services, got love bombed. There's an ellipses there, so I'm assuming there's more. But yeah, that makes sense. Brian Webb, I am glad that you are a YouTube premium member. I am not. Uh, Basically because I can't afford it. I'm a creator, but I'm not a premium member. I just skip the ads. It's okay, because whoever I'm watching, if an ad pops up, even if I skip it, um, they still get credit for the watch time and for the ad play. So, no harm, no foul. Um, but yeah, it's like I said, we got a lot done, and we had a good day when it could have been a rough day for Kim, sitting at home doom scrolling. Okay, got love bombed, then decided to get baptized, stayed in it for a while, but it didn't take. Fair. Fair enough. Shut Up Mad says the Torah is the prequel trilogy, the New Testament is the original trilogy, the Quran is the sequel trilogy, and the Book of Mormon is the holiday special fanfic. All right. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's quite funny, actually. Um Yeah, it's the Star Wars Christmas special of Christianity, I guess. Although now there's all these huge battles about whether or not Mormons are considered actually considered Christian or not. Guys, this is not the time. This is not the time for that debate. Who cares? A bunch of people were gunned down today. That's what we should be focusing on. Not whether or not Christianity is under attack or whether or not Mormons are Christians. That should not be the conversation. The conversation should be mourning for the people that are lost, why this happened, and when are we going to get some sensible gun control laws? Hmm? That'd be nice. Don't you think? Well, I'm sure a lot of people don't actually think that. So I guess I probably shouldn't be glib about thinking that everybody thinks the same way I do, because I know better than to go anywhere near that. Um, but yeah, I think maybe some sensible gun laws. I think it's time. Uh, and the NRA needs to give up its friggin' chokehold. Um, Brian Webb says, I don't want to get into too much, but I believe LDS is a pagan belief, but I don't want to offend anyone with my opinion. You have your opinion. You can believe whatever you would like. Um, Other topic, Sergeant Fanny Cake is eating fish sticks and potatoes. And you notice that I did enunciate fish sticks. And yes, shut up, Matt. Thank you for the reminder. That'll happen probably in about 20 minutes. Fish sticks and potatoes. How are the potatoes prepared, if I might ask? Because that has me curious. I always want to know what kind of potatoes people are having. I had spaghetti and meatballs for dinner, and I wasn't able to eat very much of it, so I brought the majority of it home, and it is going to be delicious tomorrow. God, I really wish that the base of my skull was not the muscles on the base of my skull is just ah! Ow! That's painful. Mashed potatoes. Okay. I really have been, and it's probably because I've been seeing a whole lot of recipes on the Twitter for different ways, different things to do with jacket potatoes, otherwise known as baked potatoes. Um, but I feel like I'm kind of wanting some baked potatoes in my life. Oh, that's a good question. Heather Max Heather Mack is asking Sergeant Fanny Cake, are you having gravy or no gravy on your mashed potatoes? That's a good question. Brian Lucas says, as long as there are a massive amount of money to be made, ain't nothing gonna happen. Of course, I'm just a little cynical about life in general. Louder for the people in the back, baby. Violet L, hello. She says, mashed is always good with fish. And hi, everyone. Hi, right back to you. And I agree. Oh, okay. Yep. And the carb sergeant coming in with the real questions. Fanny, we're going to need a little bit more than that. What's your mash technique and ingredients? See? Important questions right here. Serious business. That's a strange noise that I'm hearing out there. I have no idea what that is. No homemade gravy today. I was feeling lazy. Fair enough. That's fair. But what do you put in your mashed potatoes? How do you make them? Do you boil them and then just smash them up and put whatever? Hey, Duke of many things, you need to calm down. American gravy, there are very many different types of gravy here in the US. So I don't know what you consider actual gravy, but yeah. Oh, you don't want to be spanked. Honey, we're not going to spank you. We're not going to spank you. We're just curious. We need to know things. Ooh, Heather Mack had a pasty for dinner. Introduce her BF to him. Oh, you have a Cornish mining area. Well, that's perfect. I love a good pasty. Oh, I love a good pasty. I can make them, but I'm not I don't like the crust. I haven't perfected my pasty crust yet. So I'm frustrated about that. So Shar wants to know, Sergeant Fanny Cake, are you warming the butter with milk? Are you warming butter with milk? Do you bloom the pepper in the warmed butter? Yeah, we need to know. We need to know. Do you just boil them and then smash them and then maybe throw some butter or salt or pepper on them? What do you do? Do you whip them? Oh, okay. She has an emergency supply of ready-made mashed potato bags. Interesting. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Brian Webb puts sour cream, cream cheese, and butter, as well as parsley, in his mashed potatoes. Okay. I have been known to put roasted garlic in mine. Um, but definitely butter and perhaps uh well, yeah, definitely butter, almost always sour cream. Um, and maybe a dash of cream cheese if I'm feeling really freaking fancy. Um, but definitely butter, definitely sour cream. Sometimes I'll put other cheese in there. Um, Ready-made mash bags are carb correct. Okay. All right. There we are. There we are. Cornish pasties for covering Cornish nips. Yes, but Cornish pasties, you don't want to put those anywhere near your nips, uh, especially when they're right out of the oven. Ooh, they're shop bought. Very good quality stuff for days when I can't be arsed. Butter and salt are already included. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to pick up a sack of potatoes and make me some jacket potatoes because they're sounding really good. Brian Lucas says I like the loaded instant mashed potatoes I get at the Dollar General down the street. The bachelor life is not really conducive to homemade mashed taters. Well, I mean, it could be. I don't know. Either way, they sound delicious. The mash bags must be already fattened with butter, cream, or both before frozen, though. That's fair. That's fair. Are they frozen or are they did you say that they were frozen? You just said ready-made mash bags. Um, but I don't know if they're frozen or refrigerated. So now I'm confused. It changes how it freezes if the fat is in already. It coats the molecules. Molecules. We love molecules. And fat-coated molecules we love most of all. Um, sure, there was something else I was gonna say. Just that I need jacket potatoes, but other than that, I don't really know. My bookcase or my little shelfie thing is tilted. That's fascinating. I blame cats. Yeah, mashed potatoes are not that hard to make, Sunset Zen. Good to see you. Um, Sergeant Fanny Cake says, I still sometimes add butter and use milk instead of water, usually if I add fresh chili. Oh, okay. No spanking today for you. See? We're all good. We're all good. I mean, carbs, man. Oh, at the place that we went for dinner, um, we went to the Hibbing. What is a jacket potato? It is what some places in the world call a baked potato. Um, but we're multilingual and international here, so I refer to it by both names. Um, Shar, I saw a T-shirt at this place. It's a pizza place called Sammy's. We have them down here in Hoth, but they also have one up in Hibbing. And one of the T-shirts that they have shows like half a pizza, and they cut their pizza in squares. They Chicago cut it there. Um, but it shows half a pizza underneath a thing that says, "This is how I cut carbs," with a little, pizza cutter roly thing. It's a baked potato with stuff in it like cheese and whatever. Well, I mean, even just a baked potato is a jacket potato, honestly. Um, it doesn't necessarily have to be loaded with anything. Um, it's simply a baked potato. But in any case, I haven't had one in a really long time, and I feel like I need to make some. So, mayhap I will visit the grocery store sometime soon and pick me up some taters. That T-shirt is carb correct. Yes. Oh, Sunset Zen says, "Shh, I don't carb right now unless it's wine," and that's fair because wine, I'm willing to say, is carb correct. I love wine. I love wine very much. I haven't had wine in a long time. I should get some wine. It's important to cut your carbs so you can eat more carbs safely. Precisely. Yes, the potato skin is the jacket. Yes. Ooh, Shar just ate a bowl of fries with Kewpie mayo. Good shit. Kewpie mayo is good shit. Mhm. I love carbs. I did also have a delicious cocktail with dinner. Um, it called itself a cinnamon apple spritzer, and it had caramel, Moscato, Stoli Vanille, and apple cider, and it was delicious. It was absolutely delicious. Garnished with a little slice of apple on the edge of the glass. Super cute. Totally delicious. Sunset Zen just whined enough so that the cat gave up and went to bed without you. Probably a smart idea for the cat. Sergeant Fanny Cake wishes someone would bring her fresh potatoes every now and then. Potatoes are not perfect in the shops most of the year. Yeah. Yeah, it can be difficult. Ooh. Ding bagels done, ding bagels done, ding bagels done, ding bagels done. Brian Lucas's toaster oven just went ding, and his last bagel is toasted. Now, what are you going to put on that bagel? Inquiring minds want to know. But I will wait until after you get back from retrieving said bagel from the toaster oven. Because, yeah, again, these things are important. Condiments are important. Side dishes are important. Bagel toppings are important. What you put in your mash, important, right? All of this stuff is important. So, Yeah. I wanna know what you're putting on that bagel. Wait, there's a safety issue with carbs? Well, there can be if you don't cut your pizza correctly. You can't just pick up the whole pizza, fold it in half like a taco, and be like, "Ang, ang, ang." So, yeah, I appreciate that they Chicago cut it because I like my pizza cut in squares. It's smaller, it cools off easier, and they're, super easy, uh, to eat as opposed to the triangle slices. Choo Choo, on the other hand, has a very difficult time eating pizza if it's cut in squares. She has to have it in triangles. I actually ordered a pizza once to work and had them cut half of it Chicago cut and the other half in triangles so that Choo Choo would share my pizza with me. Mashed potatoes are far easier to make than bagels. Anything you have to boil and then bake is a pain. Fact. Ooh, Shar is a scallion cream cheese bagel person. Fair enough. Mmm. So Michael is currently over the sea on his flight home with a smattering of snacks we discussed the other day. You should send me a link for your live tomorrow and I'll do a live tasting. Yes. Yes. That will happen. Yes, ma'am, it will. That will absolutely happen. Wait, also, I just learned about a birria pizzadilla and they are amazing. What? What? That that sounds dirty in the best possible way. I I wish to subscribe to your newsletter. Brian Webb just had a salami and cheese snack. Excellent. Did you have it off of a penis-shaped charcuterie board though? Because that's how we roll up in this piece. And yes, I did bring one home. Can't decide who I'm going to send it to, but somebody's getting that bad boy for Christmas. Answer to your question, the last of my plain cream cheese and some delish plum jam from the local farmer's market. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I certainly approve. And because it is that time of the show, since we're talking about all sorts of Michael was sounded a bit confused by the animal biscuits. He was like, circus or mystical?" I mean, yes. Um, and we wind up just calling them animal crackers here, which is weird because they don't seem like crackers to me, but yet I nothing makes sense. "Heck fucking yes, bruh," says Shar to the plum jam. Uh, so anyway, a reminder about night meds. Take your night meds. It's a modern pharmacology. Night meds, time for night meds. They can help your physiology. God, I am not in tune tonight. Take them well before you go to sleep. They work while you're busy counting sheep. When you take your night meds, it's a happy, healthy snooze time, a snory snooze time. You'll have a sleepy time. Night meds. They are a cookie. Yes, but we, for some reason, call them animal crackers. I don't know why. Nothing makes sense. Once again. Yes, circus are really definitely the more classic, for sure. Anyway, remember to sip first so the things don't stick. Sunset Zen. I'm so tired, but hopefully tomorrow will be better and have 100% less, fewer ER visits and less reactive wine. Wow. I guess reactive wine is better than a reactive mind. So let's see. And we do have a song. Oh, yeah. You know what? I see your photo. Shut up, Matt. All this time I've heard animal crackers on TV all these years. I was imagining a savory cracker. They're not cloyingly sweet, which is why I guess we feel okay giving them to very small children. Um, but the frosted ones are a bit more sweet. But yeah, they're not always iced. I will say that. Uh, the majority of animal crackers I actually are not iced. Um, but they do have a slightly lemon taste to them, but they're not hella sweet. Um, the iced ones obviously are gonna be sweeter. Hey, No Face, what's up? Alright, so to start an argument, ask a Devonian, uh, or a Cornish person what order these ingredients are used. In what order these ingredients are used. So you've got a scone there, you've got butter, you've got jam, and you've got clotted cream. The butter goes first. That much I know. But it's whether you put the jam on the scone first or the clotted cream first, that's always a discussion. That's always a discussion. Um, and we have a song from Shut Up Matt that apparently is rapture related. Only the brown animal crackers get iced. Oh my god, No Face. How dare you? How can anyone call a sweet thing a cracker? Hey, I'm a crack ass cracker and I'm sweet as pie. That's a lie, actually. I'm quite salty. Anyway, let's hear what Shut Up Matt has to say.
Oh, you'll never get to heaven in a baked bean tin, 'cause a baked bean tin has baked beans in. Or you'll never go to heaven in a baked bean tin, 'cause a baked bean tin has baked beans in. No, I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. Or you'll never go to heaven in a cookie jar, 'cause a cookie jar won't go that far. Or you'll know if you go to heaven in a cookie jar, 'cause a cookie jar won't go that far. I ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. I ain't gonna grieve no more. Ain't gonna grieve no more. Ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more. If you get to heaven before I do, just dig a hole and pull me through. I ain't gonna grieve no more. Ain't gonna grieve no more. Ain't gonna grieve my Lord no more.
Thank you very much, Shut Up Matt. And I shall remember that I will not get to heaven in a baked bean tin. Because a baked bean tin has baked beans in. Lydia Von Stretchclaw, you absolute queen. Were your ears ringing? Was your nose itching a little bit? Because I was just talking about you the other night when I had a nice long phone call with Ms. Jessica Colley. And we were talking about what a fantabulous human being you are. And I am so glad to see you popping in, listening in the office, but I need to step in. If anyone says jam before clotted cream, we will need to have a talk. Okay. And now we know. And it's funny because Heather Mack just said butter, jam, clotted cream, then whole scone. Fair enough. And now I have photos from people. We have a photo of Brian Lucas's bagel with his cream cheese and plum jam. And we have a Porpington report. Is this, I'm going to say Blythe and Henry, but I'm guessing. But yes, here is our Porpington report for the day. Phone, knock it off. There we go. Thank you. Oh, god damn it. Now Char needs scones. Bless. Oh, she crying. She crying. I don't need scones. I have a package of ho-hos here that I only eat ho-hos or the Little Debbie version, just straight up called Swiss cake rolls. Um, maybe twice a year. And I don't think I've had any yet this year. So, I have those. And I have a bag of chips. I have Denver Steve-O's favorite Midwest snacky combination. Um, the Old Dutch chips and the Top the Tater chip dip upstairs. I do not have hose. I have ho-hos. It's a Swiss cake roll. Just a small handheld Swiss cake roll. So no need for antibiotics. Blessedly. Ooh. I also just got a photo from Sophia. Ooh. Pretty. This is from Sophia. Giving us a little taste of Germany. And also, I need to tell you that I got a photo of Miss Bella, the elusive Miss Bella, the other night. She lives here. Ah, also, you'll never go to heaven in a biscuit tin because St. Peter don't know crummy ones in. Okay. Um, this is Bella. This is the Bella girl. Oh, stop it. She is the grande dame of the house. She's kind of a little old lady, and she makes the tiniest little squeaky noises. But she's absolutely precious. And I tried to get a photo of Theo's face, and I could not. But here he is, eye to eye with Ella. They're having some sort of discussion. But yes, it's been a good day for the kitties. Good kitties day today. Hey, Kimberly Gabaldon. Good to see you. Yeah, so it's been a hell of a day. It's been a hell of a day. And it's good to see you, Kim. Spending I've been talking about our day. I spent the first big chunk of the show talking about our day. Um You're Rosalind. Hi. I was wondering who you were, you sneaky little minky. Why does Bish always yelling about the government trying to take her boy? I know, right? Seriously, I'm so glad you sent me that video clip, Shar. I need to find a way to save it to my phone because it is just perfect. Sophia says, I decided to spend some quality time with a book and the trees at the lake and didn't want to make you all feel left out. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thanks for taking us with you. Um, but yeah, we had a hell of a day today. We had a great day. Um, which also reminds me that I should ask you to do the YouTubey things. The like or the dislike, whichever you choose. I don't want to get married, but I'm here for the engagement. Um the check to see if you're still subscribed, if you've subscribed already. And if you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button, tickle that notification bell, and select all for all notifications. And that way you'll know every single time my random ass decides to go online. If you wish to, we have memberships here. They're $2.99 a month. And if you wish to support the channel in a way that YouTube doesn't get to take a 30% chomp out of, down below in the description box is always going to be a way to help me out, to support the channel. The PayPal, the Venmo that Denver Stevo made me get, the Amazon wish list so I can get groceries, among other things. That's all down there. And we also have a way, there's always going to be a way to help out one of the channel friends, because a rising tide lifts all ships. And so I'm always going to have something in there to help people out. Right now, it's the link to help out No Face. I will put the link in here as well. He's trying to not have to go back to living in the woods with him and his kitties. He doesn't even have a car to move into. So he's trying not to get thrown out of his apartment. And anything that you can do to help would be appreciated. He's almost at his goal. Every little bit helps. So if there's anything that you can do, the link is in the chat right now, but it's also down below in the description box. So all y'all on replay crew, if you're not replaying the chat, it's down in the description box. If you want to help No Face out, that'd be fantastic. And yeah, it really kind of is that time already. I've been rocking for almost an hour. And I appreciate all 16 of you that are in here with me. And of course, I appreciate my replay crew. We love the replay crew. It still kind of boggles my mind that I have a replay crew, but I love it. So thank you all of y'all for being in here. Oh, you're very welcome, No Face. You're very, very welcome. I can't do much to help financially, but I can signal boost like a mofo. So yeah, it's in there. And now I'm hearing more noises. Weird. There are 5 cats and a dog in this house, so I suppose I shouldn't be really too surprised. Anyway, yeah, it actually is that time once again where we say one more for the road. Xenu. Whoa, whoa, whoa. One more sip ought to get it. These ho-hos, I'ma get it. One more for the road. Y'all, I will be back here tomorrow, hopefully at my normal time. For all you dirty stay-ups and you lovely nasties, all of y'all. But it'll definitely be on the same channel. So come on back tomorrow night. Make sure those notifications are on so you know when I decide to hit that go live button. Until then, be well, sleep sweet, stay safe, have a fantastic wherever it is, whenever it is, wherever you are. Watch out for deer. Magnetar collision, you just made it as I'm signing off. Why? Hi, good to see you, sweetie. And yeah, watch out for deer. I'll be back here tomorrow. And until I see you again, peace to you.